difficulties.
Okay, can everybody see us now?
Oh, look.
Right.
There we go. It's almost as if it works this time.
Don't really know what happened there, people. We sort of started, but we didn't start. So let's do that again. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, these two bar guys were talking about you, how awful you are, and everybody's not getting anything from
off, Tim.
Hope we haven't got the usual fucking wankers in chat, I was saying. Right, okay, so let's try that again. Right, for those of you who have been here before, you'll notice things are a little bit different this week. We have got a guest, and we have a not guest. But do you know what? That's
and
fine.
Paul has had some adult supervision because he's suddenly realised this week is not 2024 and this is the last stream of 2023.
Yeah, so well done.
Sorry, dude, not letting you get away with that, fucker.
Well done, everybody who spotted my deliberate error in the description of last week's video saying it was the last stream of the year, because obviously it's not. Anyway, welcome to the show. Again, if you've been here before, you know our usual format. Well, you can fucking forget that, because we're not doing that this week. There is going to be no stuff like there usually is. We are just here to basically, we're going to share our Christmas haul that we managed to get from Santa. I
just nearly washed my paintbrush in beer, which is not ideal.
Oh, talking of beer, I'm going to open my Co-op seasonal stout. So, say hello to everybody, Tim, because you're not normally here.
Willkommen in der Gelbbauch-Tischplatten-Sprechsendung. Mein Name ist Tim, bei mir sind Paul, Kriegschef D und David, Keks-Rollbrettfahrer. Und es sollte noch da sein, Gerhard der Graue. Heute sprechen wir über den ausufernden Konsum zu christlichen Feiertagen im Dezember. Prost.
Scheiße.
Try getting that through it.
Does anybody know of a translate plugin? Anybody know of a subtitle plugin for OBS? Hang on a minute.
Hello, Rose. Hello, Boulder.
Yeah, hello.
And hello, Spam and Eggs.
Oh, we did wonder whether Spam would be there.
I need to choose. People, help me choose. What beer do I do?
Is Spam here?
So come on then. What options are your beers, Tim? Do you know what? While you're choosing your beer, I'm just going up here, everybody.
So option number one would be a nice cold Trooper Ale.
Oh, the Iron Maiden.
Yes.
It's not bad. I wouldn't drink it cold, but it's not bad.
I got sent by a very lovely viewer on OTT for my Secret Santa.
Okay.
By Pontje from the Netherlands. There's Lighttown Brewery Knick-Knack Belgian Ale.
Oh, okay.
And the other one is called...
You've never had a good Belgian, have you, Paul?
I'm not a massive fan of Belgian ales. I think they tend to a bit overdo it, and I think they should keep it simple.
Yeah, I think I'm starting with the Knick-Knack because it has the lowest amount of percentage.
Okay. Smart. I'll see what you did there. Cool.
Unless I can't find my beer or bottle opening device, in that case, I will start with...
Do you want to borrow mine? Can we do some sort of thing where I pass it off screen left and you get... Does that...
No, you need to pass it upside, you wanker. Up! Up yours!
Damn it, it's not working.
5 minutes in and it's already gone to fucking carnage.
So I shall be drinking
also,
tonight.
You don't know the difference between left and fucking right.
Viewer left. Oh dear.
You lot invited me over. You knew what you're getting yourself in.
Ooh.
I'm not taking any responsibilities tonight.
Oh.
I'm going to be off the rails.
Oh shit.
Have at it.
Ooh. Oh, that's quite nice.
See, I'm just on a Hobgoblin Ruby Ale, and then I might go and start raiding the rum.
I've managed to spill my beer already, and I'm sober, so that doesn't bode well for later in the show. So,
Well, we started with technical difficulties.
Mate,
so
this one has gone exactly how it was predicted to go. We've got one guest who's sleeping off a drinking spree. We've got one host throwing his alcohol over the floor, and we basically have managed to false start the stream once already. It's great. I'll expect the internet to die in about 5 minutes, and then we'll have really fucked everything up royally.
Speaking of actually internet dying. Locally, we are currently are dealing with very high tides, and about 500 meters to my south, people are handing out sandbags. And I'm not even joking.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So
Tim might get flooded.
This could be. Do you know what though? I tell you what, this could go viral. The disaster stream where Tim's up to his knees in water. Oh, hang on. I've been told to check Discord. What am I checking Discord for?
It's a trap.
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, Trevor. I will let you know, mate. Probably quite a few, because I think I've still got a fair stock of stuff. Trevor's, what I tend to do is I tend to bulk order meat products from Scotland, things like black pudding and haggis and that sort of thing for my fry-ups. And Trevor always has a few things out the order, so I'll be placing...
Do you hunt the haggis yourself?
Well, no, because we're in England, and no fucker in England eats it.
Trust me, you don't want to
eat it. Because we're not all heathens.
You don't want to eat English haggis. That would be a bad idea.
I'm not wanting to eat any haggis whatsoever.
Hey, haggis gets a bad rep. It's really nice.
Said no one ever.
All right, fucking
I'm
hell.
not contesting the taste buds of anybody else, but I'm really not into eating the insides of anybody else.
Oh, ASMR brush washing. I've just realised with how close you guys are to my water container. Sorry.
I tell you what, guys, it's a good job he couldn't find his airbrush. Currently, it'd be like... Oh dear. So, before we get into it, let's just have let's just pull some people out of the chat.
Don't surprise spam and eggs next time they go to lunch with a nice haggis.
So, first of all, welcome to Paul Howells. Welcome to Crispin. Stroke because of Ben. Sorry to hear about your daughter, mate. Glad everything was okay. Hello to Upworlder, Stroke Trevor. Hello to Darren. Good to see you. Welcome back, sir. Hello to Spam and Egg, David's other half. Hello to Ross, my other half.
Ross is here. What is she doing?
I think she wanted to check and see how my going live sign was working. But it's reflecting off I've got it hanging on my miniatures cabinet, and it's just like one massive double blurred reflection. So I think I'm probably going to have to move it over here. So that it's hanging next to me. Hello, Ewok. Good to see you, sir. Hello, Skink.
I can see it on the thing, Bajik. What's it called? Video Ninja.
No, because it's over as you're looking at me. It's over my right shoulder, Tim. I think so. It probably is out of shot on that camera view.
No, it's on stream. It is live and visible on stream.
But people on stream can.
But it's very tiny.
It's incredibly bright against a black background, which is glass, and is effectively just creating a huge reflection and obliterating it. But essentially, it's one of those TV studio live on air signs that she got specifically for the live stream. So, first position, not worked. We're going to have to rethink it, but don't worry, we'll come back to that. So yes, hello everybody in the chat. Do you know what? There's more of you here than I was expecting. I hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas, who's here with us. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a chat before we came in, but we hope you guys had a great Christmas too. Now, I need to interrupt you, Dave, because you're not allowed to be productive and industrious here. This is the getting drunk and talking. This is the getting drunk and talking bollocks stream, mate. Come on.
Yes, but we talk about getting industrious. Let me just lean back a second.
Rip out your headphone cords.
Yeah. Let me lean back a second. Fall off my chair.
I'm not going to live this down on the internet, so we'll just live it down anyway.
Good God! Somebody call Mulder and Scully.
We got some Dungeon Saga Origins books that I've lost for about 2.5 weeks. I need to get the minis painted for the 8th of January. Wanted to prime them today. I've now found the rules and I've now found the miniatures I need to paint. Now I've lost my airbrush. So we're going to be industrious and paint some Wild West Exodus instead.
Oh my God.
I can't understand how you can lose such a tiny book. I can't even understand how you can miss miniatures.
Do you want to know the best thing? Do you want to know the best thing? Better than that, it wasn't just one tiny book I lost.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Tim doesn't know this. Tim doesn't know the fucking
It was the entire green clip-lock folder that contained all of the books
missing,
that I lost.
completely lost. He was shitting a brick. He was like messaging everybody on social media. My life's over. I've lost them. And where were they, mate?
They were in my laptop bag.
Yeah, which he'd already checked. It's like it's Schrodinger's tosser. Is it a tosser? Is it not a tosser? Open the bag and find out. Oh my God.
Oh, this is
Yeah, but now I've lost the airbrush, so I can't prime shit. So
Have you tried your laptop bag?
Lost the airbrush, not the compressor.
I have the compressor. I went and retrieved the compressor from my parents earlier today.
Here's an idea,
but I don't know where the airbrush is.
If you push the feed cable up your nose and fill your mouth with paint, can you actually... Does that... Would that work? Could we make that work?
Well, actually, do you remember the very old style airbrushes where you had your can, just the air going above across the? That should work on a dropper bottle.
Yeah, that's
Not good.
Yeah. Come on, you're an engineer. You're an engineer. You do a Blue Peter. Not
earn your degree.
I don't have one, Tim. I don't have one, Tim. This is the problem.
He's only half an engineer. The unreliable half.
Daddy proud.
Oh dear. So, do you want me to go first with the toys then?
Yeah. Go. Well, hang on. Go first with the toys, but you're one missing because it's still fucking sat here.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can open that fucker tomorrow. I'm not going to open it on stream for you, so everybody can see what you've got. You can wait.
So my first present for Christmas, everybody, was I got a tartan box. Apparently. So let's do the hobby adjacent but not really sort of presents first. So the first thing to say is I live my entire life in the past, and I am not a Captain Court of the New. I am the antithesis of Court of the New. So I got the entire Ezio collection for Xbox One, which is Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations.
Oh, you finally joined that party?
Well, I've completed all of these games 100 times on various different... I think on the Xbox original and the 360 they were on. But do you know what? Let's keep revisiting the past because the present is a shit pile.
You only got that game to show something Assassin's Creed to David every now and again. Just holding up the box going, hey man, okay.
Yeah,
Did you paint? Did you paint?
No, I didn't.
So then, David,
Do I look like I give a fuck?
What about the Assassin's Creed?
I can't actually show anybody it today because it's currently at the parents'. I haven't even moved it yet. Oh, by the way, new studio setup for me.
Yes, what did you get for Christmas? I got a new house, he says.
Okay, game over. David.
Yeah, David wins. So, we mentioned it on stream before. I am a bit of a Batman fan, and I'm now progressing into the territory of becoming a complete Batman nerd. So, I don't know if you guys know, but Batman's been in print in comics since about 1930 something, I think. 19 might even be before that. It's basically for fucking ever.
Older than Paul.
And what
And that's
what
saying
DC
something.
did was they reprinted everything for Batman in a series of sort of like trade books called the Golden Age Batman volumes. I got given 3, 4, 5, and 6 to go with volumes 1 and 2. I appreciate this is a complete, like, reading comics from the 1930s, 1940s is definitely a nerd pastime. This is not mainstream at all. But do you know what? Unapologetic. That's the way I fucking roll. That's how into Batman I am. So that's my hobby adjacent stuff. Now, I deliberately didn't get a ton of real hobby material, and I sort of asked people not to get me, my wife particularly, not to buy me tons of stuff, because I'm trying to show some restraint. So what I
Hang
did...
on. No, you're missing one of your hobby adjacent purchases that you're currently sat your fat arse in.
New chair. Got a new chair.
Well, that's a basic commodity. That's not hobby.
To be fair, I would actually claim this is more than hobby adjacent. This is a hobby essential. My last chair was, it had done about 4 or 5 years of good service. It was completely fucked. So Ross bought me a new chair, which is great. I also have now entered the realm of people who use Vortexy mixer. So that's a great purchase and something that I'm going to use every day, but I don't have to do any work on, which is the idea. I also got the Armada Magic deck because I don't know, Trevor I think was planning on getting it or hoping it was in his Christmas stocking, but I thought somebody at club needs to own this because we are playing a lot of Armada. So I got that, which is fantastic. Again, I have the entire collection of Frostgrave, bar the most recent releases. So now I've got Fireheart. I think, is it Willowwood is the most recent one? They have just come out or are just publishing another one. So I'm still sort of not quite caught up, but I have got that, which is going to be fantastic to look at and hopefully play some of the games of this year. The only other... I got some fantastic... Now, these are not going to show very well on stream because they're not assembled, they're not primed, and they don't have a desktop cam. But I'll just give you guys an impression. I'm hoping to bring these to stream with some based, primed, and ready to go in a couple of weeks. But Ricky bought me some... I'm not sure if they're 3D printed... But they're
yes, they are
from a company called Forged Terrain. Essentially, think pirate dwarves, and these are some very cool little miniatures. As I say, not much to look at the minute, but I will get them assembled for you guys to look at in more detail. And I'll probably, obviously, when I paint them, I'll put either a project up on OTT or I'll put some photos on Instagram. I got one other little model, which again isn't going to show up very well on camera, but I will remedy that later. Everybody who knows me knows that I am massively into my anthropomorphic animals. I love burros and badgers. Rosanna, my wife, bought me a tiny little dachshund pikeman. God knows what scale. I think this was a miniature printer off Etsy, so I don't know where the original model is from. Again, I need to get him based up, cleaned up, primed, and then he's going to get painted up for my Frostgrave warband. I'm thinking man-at-arms because he's got a two-handed weapon, and that's going to be cool as all hell. So that's pretty much it for the sort of hobby-adjacent nerd stuff. The other thing I got was a fantastic new pipe lighter because my old Zippo one was pretty much shagged. And even though I'd serviced it, it still wasn't very reliable. And of course, I always have some nice cigars for New Year, so I got those as well. And that was it. That was pretty much my Christmas haul.
Smoking bad, okay.
So my top pick is probably the Batman books, but again, I know they're probably not for everybody. Bit of a niche Batman purchase, but that's the way I'm going to enjoy them. You see what Ross has put in the chat? David is getting a nice new chair that for his birthday from me. What, one that doesn't squeak? That might be a good idea.
Yes, Ben was postulating that it might be farting noises.
Could be. So, what about you? What about you? Do you want to go next, David, or do you want Tim to tell us what you got? Because
I'm relatively short on the hobby list, so do you want to do me next? Let me just wash my brush out.
Skull, everybody. Yeah, go on, do it.
So, in a similar vein to you, I didn't have a lot this year, hobby-wise. I got a house. However, I did get the God Tier Max and the Artificer set. So it's a dwarf with 5 mechanical doves. They're amazing. The main reason for this is God Tier's game me and you both love, and I'm doing a full Dwarven theme list. You're doing a full Goblin theme list eventually, aren't you?
Yeah, we've identified, I think there are 3 Goblin warbands that I can buy.
And I already own...
Blue, yellow and red?
Yeah, blue, yellow, red. And the combo I've got is also blue, yellow, red. Because I have Rodri, who's the blue dwarf. I've now got Maxon, who's the red dwarf. And the yellow dwarf, I can't remember her name. Helena, I think it is. So I got that from the parents. Then in a similar vein to you, Ricky went to Forge Terrain for me and bought a load of dwarves with pickaxes. So I now have the starts of a rank and flank army or a torch and shield list or...
It's okay, so you're not sure how you're going to do them yet?
Yeah, basically.
Do you know what? I was thinking about my Dwarven Pirates. Ghost Archipelago?
Oh, good shout. And then
anybody got in... Somebody said Dwarf Frostgrave. The thing is, I already have... I have a cool Orc Frostgrave warband. I've got my Dungeons and Doggos Frostgrave.
Yeah, Ghost Archipelago. Do Ghost Archipelago.
Yeah, I think it's the best use of the pirate theme, unless you've got any better ideas, or you, Tim.
If you want to go piratey theme, why not go for... Oh, bloody hell, what's the game called again? Freebooter's Fate.
Freebooter's Fate. One reason...
And then I have these two
from reason Paul. I wouldn't go for it is I don't know it very well. But I will probably
I haven't opened yet.
It's an easy game because it's mostly diceless as far as I remember.
Okay.
Because fighting works on a card system.
So like standard playing cards?
Yes, you can use standard playing cards, but there are playing cards. So you aim for a certain region of the enemy's body.
Okay, yeah, like high, mid, low.
Your opponent is guessing what you're aiming for and is playing a similar card.
So which one am I opening first, Ginge? The little one or the big one?
It's up to you, mate. They're both a bit of fun. That one's probably the most normal one if you want to leave the weird one till last.
Yeah, let's go. What, the little one's the normal one?
That is a good shout then, Tim. I'm going to look at Freebooter's Fate. Is it one of these sort of rulebook alone with no miniatures attached? You just sort of buy what you want?
Yes, no. Potentially you can, but it's by Werner Kloppen.
Right.
You can buy just the rulebook and use your own miniatures, but there are named character miniatures if you want. So
I'll have a look.
Looks like I'm getting into Malifaux this year.
That would be cool if you did.
Well, I feel peer pressured into it now because I've got Mystique.
You lads are now proper YouTubers. You are doing unboxings.
No, we're not going that far.
No, we did one the other week with Dungeon Saga.
That's right, before you lost it.
Well, before I lost elements of it. And then Paul has got me a white box.
Oh yeah, this is going to seem...
If this is another Assassin's Creed alarm clock, I'm going to lose my shit.
No, I wouldn't do that twice, mate. And I couldn't.
Cool.
Do you want to tell everybody what that says, just in case they can't read it?
David still plays with tractors. Which is true both at work and at home. So
yeah,
awesome.
So David and I, when lockdown was on, were big fans of the old Farm Simulator 19. And you've been playing some Farm Sim 23, haven't you? When we saw that mug, we were like,
yeah, 22.
Yeah,
that explains your Facebook post from today.
That was back in the day. So
back in COVID times, wasn't it?
The event, remain indoors.
Vic, so Skinks made a bit of an allusion there to the Old World release in January. So maybe
it won't be Old World. It will probably end up being an Oathmark army or a Kings of War army or something. I'm not sure yet.
You need to decide, mate. Yeah, I thought the mug would tickle Spam. Obviously, as she's been roped into playing Farm Sim with you, being your fucking fetch and carry slave.
Well, no, not fetch and carry slave. It's where did I put the mowers? Oh, they're over by the other building. Do you want to go get them?
Can you just bring that trailer? Can you just do this? Can you just do that? So that's it. That's it, guys. That was our Christmas haul. Mine was restrained by design, but yours seems more restrained even, mate. Was that, again, did you sort of say to yourself and everybody, look, don't give me huge projects to work on because I'm drowning in shit?
No.
It's just the way it worked.
Do you want to know the best thing? The Maxon gift that I got from the parents was I was shopping on Zatu and went, fuck it, I'm ordering that. Mum went, what the fuck are you doing ordering shit like that before Christmas? I went, fine then, you buy the fucker. It turned up through box at her. She paid me the money back for it. She's like, well, you got something you want now. It's like, yeah.
And what was
awesome.
that?
The Max and God tier box.
Oh, the God tier dwarves. Actually,
yeah.
I'm just going to go off our... let me just see if I can... There was one other thing that I was going to get for Christmas, but they delayed the release of it, so I wasn't able to get it. But Ross has pre-ordered it, so I'm going to be getting it, but it probably won't be until February, which I think is when it's scheduled for release. So this is going to be a Valentine's Day gift. I'll quickly pop it on screen and then move it away so that we don't lose Tim for too long. But everybody who watches us knows that I'm a big fan of the Arkham Horror Living card game. Game Genic, I think, is the company, have released these fantastic deck boxes. So they're wraparound magnetized deck boxes with a velvet velour finish. They've got loads of cool features for the actual card game. So you can put the portrait card of the character in and it shows in a little window at the front of the box.
That sounds cool as fuck.
They're all in the different colours for each of the classes, so there's 6 different colours you can get them in. So I'm going to get... Ross says she's pre-ordered me a couple of those, so they'll be coming around Valentine's Day. What about you, Tim? Did you get any cool stuff for Christmas, or was it... is it all very grown up at your house? Do you eschew being a big kid when it comes to Christmas?
Because you just shown off your Game Genic.
Oh,
I haven't actually. I didn't mention.
Now, what's that for? I think I've seen.
I'm using it for part of Star Wars Legion because this is a set I won. It's mainly made for card games, but
it's just I've seen that detachable magnetized lid. Because I think you can use that as a playmat, isn't it? That's pretty cool, man. Oh, holy shit! Yeah, they do nice products. And you use that for your like Legion unit cards and upgrades and stuff.
Those units currently not in use.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
To go back to your question, well, since I'm an old fart like you, presents by the parents aren't a thing anymore. My siblings and I have stopped gifting ourselves CDs back and forth years ago because what's the point?
Yeah.
And well, I'm a terrible person to be gifted because I never have any idea on what to tell people what to get me.
I mean, as well, I think
The only thing I do know is don't get me anything unless you really know I want it. If you give me anything I didn't ask for, the probability of me not liking it is fucking astronomical.
Yeah. Again, to be fair, my wife, to be fair, calls me a bit of a miserable twat about it, but I am very much like you. I call it January landfill. I absolutely fucking detest gifts that are given for the sake of giving a gift, and it's like
exactly. It's just you're coming home from your in-laws, and half of what you brought with you just goes right into the dumpster.
No.
It's so it's not technically not Christmas, but it's something for Christmas time I asked for, which is this.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I nearly got it, but then I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with it? And I already have too much stuff, but it
Mate,
does look
you
cool.
really missed out on
know.
some fucking lovely miniatures.
Is that the
unlike
advent calendar from Monty?
And unlike Jerry, I put them in a box, and the box is here.
Yeah, I did watch your...
Right beside me.
I did watch your stream last night on the old Twitch stream last night. So I saw you because I think Jerry's lost all of his shit, hasn't he, as usual. There's definitely mirrors here, like me and you, Jerry and Dave. It's like the fucking Where's It Gone brigade.
Look, just because I forget where my own face is sometimes doesn't...
In fact, Jerry did a brilliant one, mate. You should go back and watch Tim's stream last night. Jerry found some resin pieces to a bloody great big German U-boat that he lost about 5 years ago in the bottom of a bag of snow flock. So, you know...
Yeah, that was last week.
Jesus.
Yeah, coming back again to the topic of gifts, my daughter made myself a coaster.
Okay.
I'm probably sure you won't be able to see this correctly.
Well, we can see it's Yoda or some Photoshop version of Yoda. What? He looks like he's wearing a lab coat. What the hell?
Yeah, because it's a water slide decal transfer for making yourself, and she used a meme maker to do something going along. Much me, I hear.
Excellent.
So that's one from my daughter. And my wife got me 2 novels.
Okay.
Dune 2 and 3, because I asked for. And the Loki Mats calendar for 2024.
Okay. So what were the novels?
That's the one where you have your one adventurer 12 by 12 square.
Oh, yeah. I know the
each
ones you
month.
mean. So do you use those for role-playing or something else?
I'm not sure. Maybe just as a blueprint for making some terrain or something. Because remember, playing RPGs with miniatures is wrong.
Which I happen.
Who pissed in your cornflakes, Tim?
You did.
You
bloody well know you did.
I was going to say, he had to ask you enough and pay you enough.
Oh,
yeah, no,
Tim,
you didn't miss it. Sorry, yeah, I confused everybody, Tim, because I said
this week I just did a random live stream with the Secret Santa gift that I got from Puncher from OTT.
And basically Twitch...
Which was the rotating tauntauns.
In front of some sort of fire effect. And then Twitch muted half of it.
The week before Christmas was the last unofficial hobby hangout for 2023. That's the one where Jerry was very high and above finding his stuff.
So yeah, no.
I did forget to mention a present from my other half.
Yeah.
It is hobby related, but it's not miniature hobby related. I'm going to
Magnifying
go.
glasses for your old eyes.
No, going to go be a heathen with 3 rally cars at some point this year.
Yeah,
Because I like motorsport, don't I? I like motorsport. It's one of my other hobbies.
Yeah, true, but it's not this hobby adjacent. Unless, I mean, it's Gaslands at a stretch.
Oh, don't encourage me.
But yeah, that does sound cool.
Gaslands is a nice thing. Yeah, and the Secret Santa gift, that was the nice diorama from
shit!
2 spears. The first one is almost done. It's very nice, very tasty.
I have another gift I've just remembered that was kind of hobby related. So, Spam and Eggs family do Secret Santa, and Lauren in her family that got Spam got her a very nice like trinket bracelet that you shine a light through it and it projects a picture and lights up. But Lauren didn't want me feeling left out, so I got an age 3+ neon dinosaur colouring in book.
To be fair, those coloring books can be very relaxing if you're having a very bad day.
Seriously, it up. Nice.
Seriously, playing with Lego or coloring books is the most mind-freeing thing you can do. Unless you go Lego Technics, then everything's off the table.
I used to do counted cross stitch for my sins, which is of a similar vein. Just sit there and fucking sew. Sadly, I don't have time for it now because I'm too busy painting fucking models, which I never seem dumb doing. But yes, I noticed you picked up on my wife's comment in the chat, Tim. Obviously, because I effectively stole a golden button from you with my Frostgrave one, we were going to post you one. So just.
Oh no!
So you just send me your address in Discord DM, and I'll post you a golden button. Ross has got plenty. I'll just.
Never mind. I've got 3 of my own. Crispin, I've got 3. How many do you have?
Yeah, how many golden? So should we have a golden button measuring contest?
Do we now make this a showing off contest? Who's got the biggest?
Cock measuring. It's like, I have 4, I have 3. How many have you got, Crispin?
I've got something you all don't have. I've got a Jerry as a co-host. Eat it.
That's true. Yeah. Shit. Tim wins.
Probably now I don't have him.
Tim, what did you do in a previous life to deserve that fucker?
Previous life, mate. I've got so much done this life.
Yeah, he's been earning credits ever since day one, haven't you, Tim? Fucking hell, you didn't need a previous life.
I came out of school and then started drinking.
Feel free, guys, in the chat to just post if you got anything super cool for Xmas. Just stick it in there. And if you're watching us later, stick it in the comments. What was the best thing that you got for Christmas? The thing you're most pleased about?
And if you're not pleased about it, stick it in your bum.
Yeah. Or, well, no. If you're not pleased about it, instead of putting it in the comments here, go and have an argument with your nearest and dearest and make sure they do the fucking job properly next year.
Saturn 2K resin printer.
12K printer?
Wank.
12K? Is this
Is
such
your
a thing? Oh my
is
God.
Is your tiny starship finished now?
Tiny starship? Jesus Christ, is what you mean? Is sort of like two up, 2 down house that's got las guns on the outside.
You can't pick me. This is my fighter.
Darren got Midland Miniatures. Never heard of them, mate, but knowing the kind of stuff that you tend to hoard, I bet they're as cool as fuck. When you say game books, do you mean like rule books, or do you mean like fighting fantasy style, choose your own adventure game books? Which is something that I've been looking to, seriously tempting to buy again, even though I had a whole collection and sold them at least once before.
I'm still having a complete collection.
Oh my God!
The Lone Wolf.
I notice a reoccurring theme with your ship. Or you have it, sell it, then get it again.
I know. Shut up. Leave me alone. So you've still got all your Lone Wolf ones, have you, Tim?
Yeah, and some of the older ones that I rebought years later. Because I never owned them in the first place. I got them from the local library.
Okay. Yeah, the Lone Wolf ones. I have got the app, which has all of them sort of
You
digitized.
what?
There is
Come again.
You said a dirty word. You said a dirty
Sorry.
word. He doesn't
There's some weird
understand.
noise.
He doesn't understand the internet.
But I would rather
Oh,
have them.
hell,
in
mate.
print.
It's my living to understand the internet. Why do you think I'm staying as far away from it as possible with everything hobby related?
I might have to message you later then, because I'm stuck on Chasm of Doom and I keep fucking dying in an endless loop. So I need help because I can't remember
Help!
how to get out of it.
I need somebody help.
Pulls the 0 button, gang.
Yeah, but just put some projects up, Paul. That's the trick. You don't really have to do much. They're pretty generous over on OTT. Just turn up.
Shall we? How's Dungeonalia coming, Paul?
Do you know what, mate? It's not
Are
coming.
you even both very involved in it? I'm still struggling to find anything blowing my mind.
I'm definitely going to be doing some Space Hulk and resurrecting that because I've got a ton of it, and I've got a ton of it that's not painted. It's just I need to. I think the first thing I'm going to do is paint my 3rd edition Blood Angels.
Paul,
What?
Stop talking.
Oh,
Read chat. Appreciate spam.
I got the best gift ever. You're all watching him. Oh my god! So can we give fawn buttons, creep buttons to spam?
No, that's your fucking dog, Bertie.
Oh, thank you. Do you know what, Spam? It's an absolute pleasure to have you as a friend as well. And do you know what? I understand what you're saying about David, but it's early days. It'll wear off. You'll soon get fucking sick of him.
Rude.
It'll wear off or it will rub off. Either way.
Look at it this way, Paul. How many years has it been now? Fucking nearly
About
10 you've
30
known me, and you're
feels.
still fucking here?
That's true. Yeah, but that is because I'm a miserable fucker and nobody else will be my friend, to be fair. There is that factor.
Well, you're married, so there's that.
Yeah, there is that. So, where were we? What were we saying?
Jeebus, that's the darkest plumage I've ever seen on any beer. Can you even see that?
Sort of. It looks a bit Guinnessy. What's that? Is that the trooper?
It's even darker in person.
Jesus.
It's called black magic.
Oh, black. Well, there you go then, mate. That's why.
Jeebus, that.
Where were we? What were we saying? So, Tim, you were saying before we came on, mate. So topics.
I didn't say anything. Ask my lawyers.
Yeah, I've got it. I've recorded everything, mate. You're fucked. You've got no leg to stand on.
Plausible deniability.
It's gone. You were saying 2024 is going to be the year of tiny scale war games, didn't you? In not so many words. So like miniatures that are tiny wee men.
You ask what I'm looking for in 2024. I told you I was looking for games with tiny fighting miniatures, smaller than 15 mil.
Yep.
And currently there's, last counting, 3 games in the running for that, which is
Armored Clash.
Yeah, Armored Clash was one you mentioned.
Armored Clash, Warpath,
Yeah.
Epic, or however it's called.
Yeah, Warpath Epic. Epic Warpath.
Warpath Epic, I think it's just called Epic.
That's Mantic.
And the one we're not talking about.
And fucking Legion's Belendalis. To be fair though, what about? I mean, I suppose do you have any of the old Epic stuff? The old 40k Epic?
No. The weird thing is, when I got into hobby first time in 1997, Epic was on its way out.
Or a stripper name, Ewok.
And I barely noticed that it was a different gaming system to 40k, so I totally missed it. And I'm not saying Legion Imperialis is a bad game, because I don't know, because I can't play it, but it's a game devoid of any diversity,
Yeah,
for lack of a better term. There's no Nits, there's no Orcs, there's no Eldor, there's
it's
no
Horus.
fucking anything.
It's Horus Heresy.
Cans. Cans,
Yeah,
kicking
yeah.
cans, kicking bigger cans with even stumpier cans.
I am absolutely not interested for that exact same reason, Tim. And it's a bit like I've been saying about Horus Heresy. I've got both of the big box sets, Betrayal at Calthan, Burning of Prospero, but I've never. The problem is the fact that the marine fucking thing just doesn't interest me at all. It's just like, no, I don't care.
And speaking of old stuff, did you see the announcement that they are going to reprint or print on demand the box?
Fucking Battle for McCrag, and it's what, $180 or 180 quid? It's like, will you fuck off?
It's insanely expensive.
What was that? Jesus, what was that? The 4th edition 40k starter box? Battle for McCrag.
Fifth, I think. I think it was 5th. It was the first one that only was half height.
It's old. I know that.
With the broken up
crushed Aquila lander, because I've got one of those somewhere.
And you know what's the best thing about it?
Go on.
My copy is living there.
So you've got the original.
Unpainted, the original. With the whippy sticks and everything else.
So
it's 90 quid.
They're not doing just the models out of it. They're reprinting the box with the books and everything.
As far as I know, it's just a print on demand. And I saw a YouTube channel today who pointed out, you get everything that was in the box except some of the terrain that was for Tyranids. The Tyranid hive hole, the tiny little thing.
It's only part of
the spore mount things.
So it might be just some old stuff laying around, put in a bag. This is the Battle for McCrag.
Darren just clarified, it's basically just the plastic. So they've obviously they've still got the sprue molds. They're usable. They're going to whack them on a machine and bang out.
They're still missing that one
They've
terrain
probably lost
mold.
it or it's broken.
It's
they want to get some money out of it before they scrap the tool.
It's some marines, a special marine that was a marine that was a mission, a critical thingamajig, an NPC, and then 2 types of bugs and some spores.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Well, hang on a minute. Aren't they first form marines, which they're no longer producing anyway?
Yeah, they will be.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. So what's the fucking point?
Yeah, I mean it's
clearance.
Yeah, but it's GW. Basically, they're riding the coattails of their own collectability market, aren't they? I mean, it's like the only upside of them doing this print on demand for 90 quid is every scalper who's got an original backup Battle for McCrag box on eBay for 350 quid. It's like, yeah, fuck you. But you know,
Ewok, that's fucking brilliant.
It's oh my god. It's an insight there into Ewok's world.
It depends, Darren. If the tool isn't in circulation anymore and you're not using it and you need the shelf space for your mold tools, they will get scrapped. Yes,
also,
they will cost thousands.
Tooling has a limited lifespan.
Yeah.
If they start to degrade, what's the point keeping them?
Which again is why they're probably doing this as a last run of the tool's still serviceable this year. Let's do a print on demand for it, and then let's fuck it off because it's paid for itself overall.
To be fair, that might actually feed into your scrappage theory, Dave. Where they've literally just said, "Look, before we scrap it, let's just do a run. It might be 5 or 10 grand in the bank, and then just skip them."
Paul House says Lego bury theirs. Yeah, because their molds from way back when are still compatible with everything today. Unlike Games Workshop stuff, which isn't compatible with anything.
It isn't even compatible with the old edition. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Oh dear. Good old fucking Games Workshop. Fuck you, Games Workshop. Yeah, no. The reason, because we were talking about Epic. I mean, obviously, I've got a shitload of old Epic, and I actually was seriously thinking about putting on my project list for next year, resurrecting some of that stuff and getting back into one of the fan maintained versions.
Yeah.
Because it's shit I already own, and it wouldn't really take a lot of work to do it.
To be fair, had Games Workshop not messed up Legion Imperialis and it had just re-released Epic with modernized
Rules,
tooling and miniatures, people would have bought
but
bunkers. I would have bought a box of it.
But again,
bloody hell.
This conversation goes on a lot online, Tim, and I don't know what you think, but I do think that the view that Games Workshop choose these adjacent, well, let's call them secondary products. They choose them carefully so that they don't get anything that cannibalizes the feel for their core lines.
I mean, you only have to look at Warcry.
Yeah.
With the fact that they added all their AOS shit into Warcry, and then afterwards they went, yeah, no, that was a bad thing to do, wasn't it? Because we've just ruined the game.
Well, not only did they ruin Warcry the game, but they effectively... Because, again, this was one of the reasons I think that they changed Kill Team in the way they did. Previously, it would you could collect everything Warhammer 40k adjacent in small amounts and just play in the Kill Team rule set. There was you could literally buy 90% of the product lines and never touch the main game. And it was they were like, no, we need to stop that. So let's just design everything so that it's a standalone product. And like I say, I think that's the reason that they didn't relaunch the full fat Epic, because people are like, yeah, I could play 2,000 points of 40k, or I could just assemble an entire fucking company of Space Marines and just play Epic. And then it'd be like, yeah, we're going to lose players here.
Yeah, but basically, they're also selling a Horus Heresy 28.
Yeah, but again,
range, so that now they're cannibalizing that.
It's not a core game, and their core games are basically Age of Sigmar and 40k. Even Horus Heresy is a sideshow game, isn't it? It's like
Games Workshop is a bunch of greedy fucks.
Yeah, but they're corporate. You know what you can't. We've covered it many times. I think to expect them to be other than they are is naive. Once you enter that corporate mill, it drives everything that you do. It drives your whole ethos and development.
Publicly traded and people having a money-only interest in your company.
Yeah, no, you are more technically correct.
You can be doing it for the money and still be into the hobby, but at the point where shareholders just look at the bottom line and say, yeah, we want more money out of this.
And I mean, again, I'm looking forward to Armoured Clash because I kind of want to play some dystopian and have it with all the Wild West Exodus and everything else.
Yeah. The other thing is you could go. They already have the Dystopian Wars range, and that's a really good game.
I'm getting house advice.
And not only that.
Look, I haven't even got my proper desk set up at the moment.
Are we to blame for that?
No, I'm in the process of getting shit sorted.
I love it. Everybody's advice on David's soft furnishings in the comments below. How chintz should David go?
Get some paisley drapes.
So you mentioned.
Okay, hold on a sec, please. I must interrupt you, Paul. Since now I'm live, I can say that my text from YouTube has been eaten again. In reply to Orinoco's "a rug would be really tie the room together," I said a rope would tie better. And why is that?
A rope would tie better.
A rope would tie better.
Typing that. See if I'm allowed.
a rope would tie better. And why doesn't that
Like
show
that?
up on chat? That's
You
Like
wait
what?
for the delay. Count slowly from 60.
one.
No, it's blocked it. It's blocked it.
YouTube, you're a place of
Answers
wankers.
on a postcard below. Why a rope?
Suicide.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be pro-suicide.
A rope would tie
Oh
better.
my
A bloody
God.
rope. Oh
For
God!
fuck's sake, YouTube.
Well, what I was meant to say was spam. Get some long rope for David.
Tim, it doesn't say any better when you say it. Sound any better when you say it that way. Sorry, mate. It just doesn't sound any better at all.
Just tie him up. Put him.
I'll tell you what I do need before I get like soft furnishings and stuff in this Echo. A new fucking chair.
Ross already said he would get you one.
Yeah, they're not till his birthday. Oh, stop, mate. Fucking hell. Oh, what a shit. What an absolute... Do you know what? Pure professionalism. Somebody mentioned... I remembered now we mentioned Dungeonalia and then got completely fucking drawn off it because I think it was you mentioned it. So you're not inspired yet.
Spam has got round the YouTube blockage filter with her last comment.
So she's getting some rope.
Oh, dear.
Is it hot in here or is it me?
Yeah, it looks like the rope's covered, Tim. Yeah, we've done that.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Darren, don't worry for the neighbours. There's things called gags.
Spam feels like I should moan a little. Spam, just stop. Stop while you're behind.
I think we're going in the wrong dungeon hobby direction currently.
As I was saying, I'm definitely going to be doing some Space Hulk. I'm probably going to stop squeaking that chair. Oh
I'm just getting comfortable.
I'm going to have to mute him. Oh my God. Make it stop! I'm gonna be painting my 3rd edition Blood Angel Marines, I think, first. But then I've got fucking loads of stuff. I've got some Terminator Paladins for the bloody, what they're called, the psychic guys. All silver coloured. What the hell are they called?
Grey Knights.
Grey Knights. I got some of them.
No, not Grenade Knights. Grey Knights, you old fucking twat.
Grenade Knights? That's something I can get behind.
Yeah, that sounds something Monty Python, doesn't it?
1, 2, 4, 3.
Dear. So what about you? Your Dungeonalia. You're doing it now, though, aren't you, mate?
No, I'm not doing it now.
Oh, no, that's right, because you couldn't find your airbrush. Oh, dear. Fucking
Let
hell.
me just put
Fuck
this
off,
on the record.
Ewok.
I'm not to
Fuck
blame.
off.
Oh, dear. Yeah, but basically, you're going to do your Dungeon Saga, aren't you? Because it needs doing. Coolio.
When I find my airbrush.
And you really just haven't got any ideas, Tim. Maybe we can come up with one on stream for you.
No, I'm drawing a complete blank because the only things that pop to mind relatively adjacent are box standard fantasy
Well,
dungeons.
why don't... Hang on a minute.
Hang on. What really...
Low-hanging fruit. You've just unpacked your Barroom Brawl Advent Calendar. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, but that would basically repeating the one I did with the terrain challenge with Ban.
Oh, that is a fucking good point. Okay, I'm going to let you have that. That is a very good point.
And the other thing is, I have a similar project that is sitting, waiting on OTT. But for whatever reason, they decided this time it needs to be a new project.
What? As in the project's broken?
Every older... or what do you call it? Contest they did, you could reactivate an old project and just say, yeah, this is now my current spring thing. This is now for this contest.
Right, so
And
what
then
you're
not
saying
allowing-
is you can't edit the drop down and actually change it so that it's associated
Exactly.
with the competition.
So what
Bollocks.
would be a possibility would to be to start a new project with the old stuff and say this is for this contest, and that feels like cheating.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
So I'm not going that
Yeah,
route.
I would be very anti doing that, mate. Did you ever have? Now I know you're a bit of a Star Wars buff. Did you ever get into mine's gone blank? Imperial Assault, the board game. Would that?
Let me look upside. Yeah, I think there's some stuff
Okay,
there.
well, what about Imperial Assault under Dungeonalia? I mean, I know it's not. You're playing on like a squared board tile.
Yeah, but since
that
these
work?
board tiles are numbered, you need to replicate them 1-to-1 to make the maps work. Which
No, now
is...
hang on. You're talking about doing a David where you do it on hard mode and literally reproduce the boards in 3D. What I'm saying is just create a project where you paint some of the miniatures if you haven't fully painted it yet. Maybe not quite so David mode. And
You know what?
So-
That isn't such a bad idea after all.
Why do you attack me like that?
I'm not.
Because you're an easy target. You're sitting in front of a white wall. A sniper could hit a barn
Oh my
door.
Do you want to know the best thing? Do you want to know the best thing? I currently live in a house with all the other rooms are curtains apart from the one that I'm at.
Yeah.
Paul, before Christmas, was watching. What were you watching? That one in Australia that you were on about, and what you said
fucking
was
Halifax, was it? Basically, there's
yeah,
this-
and if
the potted version, there's a detective drama, I believe it's called Halifax, on Netflix or some shit. And basically the entire premise of the detective drama is there's a sniper killing people in Melbourne. The series would be fixed if somebody just invented curtains. No crime wave. It's sort of like over to David.
Just people close your curtains, you wankers.
Yeah. Oh no, they've shot the chief of police. What was he doing? Oh, well, he was standing in a lit room in front of a fucking full height window with no curtains at 10 o'clock at night. Twat. Stop doing it. Buy some fucking curtains. Anyway, you were saying.
I think we killed chat. No, but seriously, there's a big lack of hobby mojo at the moment. There's stuff piling on, waiting to be done, and yeah.
To be
I
fair,
lost
though,
myself in Skyrim the last weeks.
don't you find though it comes in waves though, Tim? Like
It does.
You'll go 5
that's
or
what
6
she
weeks.
said.
Oh God.
She comes in waves.
Look.
Guys don't. Guys do just one off and done.
Yeah, they come more in jets.
Bursts.
Semi-automatic.
Fully automatic. Unless you're shooting blanks at a certain age.
Fully automatic. It's spread across a wall. David lives in a Roman bordello. What the fuck, Orinoco? Oh my god. What a fantastic image.
Marks the end of the Yellow Belly Tabletop.
Yeah, so
as,
it's been
Paul
good.
is dropping dead laughing from his chair.
It's a good way to end the year.
Well,
so yes, mate.
It's
look,
the second best
just...
way to go, unless you have an orgasm and then die.
Oh my god, we're back on orgasms again. Because
Never went from him.
Tim's mind's more in the gutter than mine is.
I've got, I think, 20 years more experience.
Yeah,
in
that's
that
it. He's got more practice being a child. He's been being a child once a week for years more than we have.
Plus, I can prove that I have sex. I've got a child.
That's true. That's it. David
Same.
has. I can't prove that.
I'll tell you what I was doing.
innocent.
I'll tell you what I was doing yesterday, which I actually really enjoyed, and I didn't think I would. I got my little one the Pokemon Academy starter board set. So it's got 3 decks in it: a Bernie Rabbit deck, a Pikachu deck, and an Eevee deck. And I played 2 games with him yesterday.
Rabbit Bernie?
No, it's Cinderace or something, but I can't remember the fucking name of it.
So it's Bernard the Rabbit.
He won a game, I won a game, and he's really enjoying it. So I can't wait to actually do some proper deck builds with him versus ones that are pre-built for us.
Then you can
get your child into playing customizable card games, and they will never have any money for drugs.
do it just to spite your ex. Get him into Magic the Gathering, and then keep sending.
Monster!
Then keep fucking sending him links to all the secret lairs. Oh look, it's only 150 quid for 4 cards. Look, bing, bing, bing. Was that cruel?
You might have found my new favourite hobby.
Darren says, I just noticed, Paul, I think I'm wearing the same jumper as you. Great taste, Darren. Well done, mate. I'm impressed. Score.
Speaking of jumpers, what is it with bad jumpers for Christmas? Who ever thought of that? Why is it a thing?
I got quite a nice jumper for Christmas. It has a little
but why is there industry selling jumpers for one fucking day of the year and making them as ugly as possible?
You're a man, Tim. When did you last buy yourself pants, socks, or a jumper? When did you last receive either of those 3 things that wasn't a gift?
Underpants this year.
And you bought them for yourself?
I did.
Oh, you're just weird.
I'm a grown-up. I have my own income.
Tim's just weird. Everybody in the chat.
No, I needed them because the old ones were worn out.
No, Paul. You're the weird fucker because I can only wear certain socks and undergarments. If anybody else buys them for me, they get them wrong.
Spam. David's just about to tell us his favourite type of undergarments. Should he?
I feel undergarment is a bit off topic.
Yeah, so like
a wee bit.
His mesh posing pouch with bunny ears.
No, mesh would trigger my ADHD and autism because it doesn't feel right.
A G-string ball sling. Ooh.
Oh dear. So yeah, coming back to a sensible topic, I think you should do that, Tim. Dig out the Imperial Assault, just paint a few minis, no pressure, tick that Dungeon Alia box. Because David and I have done the same thing. We've both picked low effort projects, but then we've put our Frostgrave mad idea on the table. That we covered.
Not that I've printed a thing for that yet.
I mean, hang on a minute. I'll watch and see if anybody faints in chat at this revelation. No.
Oh, fuck off,
yet.
you prick.
To be fair, everybody, he has a pretty fucking good excuse. He has been moving house. And to be fair...
and he lost his airbrush.
And he's been moving into his first house. Which is like, it's not just moving from A to B. It's like literally fucking doing the whole I'm a grown-up thing. Oh, shit.
And the thing is, if you're moving out of your parents' house from a one room to a house, you're expanding to different rooms. How can you miss stuff then? You can literally just throw it on the floor and start looking.
Yeah, but to be fair, Tim, every time his mother's not going to come to his rescue now, though. That's the biggest problem. It's like it's not like phone, Mum, where's this? I don't live with you anymore, you twat. Oh shit.
No, do you want to know the best thing, right? The best thing.
You know what? That's now Spam's job.
I cooked for 7 people yesterday. I commandeered my mum and dad's air fryer to do the roast potatoes. I didn't realise that apparently I melted the back of the air fryer yesterday.
Fuck yeah. So essentially...
Sent it back home with mum and dad. Mum... We'll get to that in a minute, Spam. That's not my fault entirely.
Can I just say, David, I really like your other half. She's really, really lovely. And I love how she just stabs you in the back and twists the knife and stabs you
I
again.
just thought of another fantastic overlay for the stream. I'll get a coach to drive across David's window every time Spam says something that throws him under the bus.
But it needs to be a red double-decker.
Yeah, we'll go the full British.
No, it needs to be like one of the American school bus yellow ones because I lick windows apparently.
So yeah, that's a very good.
So I melted the air fryer.
How did you melt the back of the air fryer?
Sent it home to Mum. Mum sends me a picture of it earlier, going, "Was this like this when you did it?" I went, "I didn't really look at the back. Don't think it was me." "Well, it wasn't like this when I gave it to you." I went, "Right, bear with me." Then proceeded to ring Spam and have a 30-minute conversation of how the fuck did we melt the back of the air fryer when it wasn't next door to anything? So yeah, jury is out at the moment as to how that happened, but it wasn't me.
You graciously cooked a slap up meal for your family. And it was free, but for the cost of an air fryer. What else did you manage to?
Oh fuck! Yeah, so because I'm moving into my first house, I only have 4 plates and bowls at the moment. I said to my other half, "Can I borrow some of your plates and bowls from your house that she's bought recently from IKEA?" And she went, "Yeah, no, that's fine." And she put them all in a bag and I brought them over and I put them on a chair thinking, "Oh, that's a nice safe place to put them." And then I reached across the dining room table and knocked the bag containing 4 plates and 4 bowls onto the floor and smashed all 4 plates and 3 of the 4 bowls. Cue me then ringing my mother going, "I've just fucked all of Sam's plates. Can you bring some over?" She goes, "Yeah, no, that's not fine. That's no bother." Brings some over and puts in the cupboard, which I then decide to start breaking as well the very next day.
And here I was thinking you would call your mum saying, "Mum, I need to move in back home. Spam's going to kill me."
No, Spam's fine about it. Spam's chill.
So what you're saying, mate, is your Christmas dinner ended up looking like a Greek Orthodox wedding with smashed crockery all over the place. Got you, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Also, have you two noticed that Spam is threatening to come online into your show?
No, we hadn't, but
well, there you
she
go.
has a camera and PC. Oh my god! Quick, somebody send her the link.
And then we get to the washing that I was thrown under the bus for. The reason I don't do my own washing currently is because I have a washing machine at my grandmother's house. I haven't been able to obtain it yet and get it into the property. Okay. I'm commandeering my brother's van to do that at the weekend. That is why my mum still does my washing, Spam.
Have you got a supervising adult so you don't break it?
No.
Have you ever learned to read the little notes that are inside your clothing on how to wash? And
everything gets washed at 30 degrees, it's fine.
I'm a terrible person, I know. Sorry. Love you all. Cheers.
Ewok's response to Spam. "I'm chill, I don't give a toss, lol, it's replaceable." You're talking about the plates, right?
Oh dear. Oh, hello Shakos. Welcome to the chaos.
Jabba Scuds.
Has anybody got anything else to talk about?
We could talk about Brexit.
No, let's not.
No, there's no conversation there, Tim. It's happened.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tim. Shall we wait until it actually fucking happens, then we can talk about it? Oh my god.
I think that was the worst part of it all. The inevitable delay.
It's
like going to your dentist and knowing, the doctor will come and see you at some point.
Because again, it's that cynical, let's exploit this for massive political capital. knowing full well that actually we're not going to fucking change a damn thing, and that we're still going to be bound by a shit ton of conventions and laws that just hamper and hinder everything that we want to do as an independent nation state. Yeah, let's do that, because that doesn't sound at all fucking cynical.
Yeah. And let me just put this out. I'm very happy for every person who's doing the hobby in Great Britain and has somehow managed to get an Etsy store running or something else that circumvents taxes.
Yeah, it's made things very
I
difficult.
salute you.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just
although in our sector, the British and the American markets are still the hugest, aren't they? You know.
Yeah.
but when people like Oakbone Studios say after Brexit 1/6 of my customers just went away. That's
Yeah.
a not
It's
insignificant.
a not an insignificant amount, I guess.
Yeah.
But you never know,
because
mate.
your
We could have a
customers-
Labour government in 12 months, and they might try and reverse the whole fucking shebang.
Your local customer base is not growing. You just are getting cut from another market.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the fact it is such a niche market is massively relevant, because it's like you say, you've got your room to expand your existing market in a particular location isn't huge, because there's only ever going to be so many of us sad bastards that want to play with toy soldiers as grown men.
And especially in our hobby, I think it's you're cutting off another market, and all of a sudden, every little Tom, Dick, and Harry who's doing miniatures in the UK needs to fight for customers within a very limited range of people.
Upworld got a laser pen.
Oh, nice! One of those little laser marker widgets for playing games with. I've got the army painter one.
So a line of sight.
Yeah, you got it.
Magic tool. Yeah.
That's a good question. So, talking about like expanding your business and growing your company, we touched upon it earlier with like Games Workshop and its fucking publicly listed bollocks model, and how it's effectively destroyed the company from the point of view of fans of the IP and fans of the actual gaming side of it. What about that as a talking point? Are these natural drags on these companies that keep them, as for want of a better phrase, small concerns? You know, is that a bad thing? Given what we've seen happen with GW?
Well, we're about to have a fucking recession anyway, so what's going to be the first thing that's going to happen?
Well, I imagine all of our sector,
people are going to cut on spending on hobbies.
Well, yeah, because it's all disposable, isn't it?
And especially if the hobby comes with a overhead as high as importing things. When I import a thing from the UK that's about, let's say, €20, you can add 20%, slap dab on, just for shipping, handling, and import taxes. And since most delivery persons slap some fees of their own on top, I'm looking at 50% increase. Why would I buy that?
It's just, that's another thing that makes it unobtainable, isn't it?
And it's one of those reasons why I'm stopped looking at Kickstarters that are from the UK, because they're not going to be cheap by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah. There's always going to be import fees. There's always going to be some shipping and handling taxes slapped on top, which inflate the prices to numbers that's not just.
Do you think
your Maladam should be delivering soon, shouldn't it?
I was just thinking about that, because there is a point where it doesn't matter too much. So, like, thinking of the Kickstarters I backed recently, the Maladam one, because I went all in spend money like it's going out of fashion and spent like 300 odd quid, the actual shipping fee, which would be probably another £50, doesn't seem so bad. But like,
Yeah,
if
but
it's
that's because you're shelling out a huge amount of money.
that's what I was
can't do
saying.
that.
No, that's what I
My-
was saying, Tim. I was going to say, if I'm just buying a £40 or £50 board game, but then I have to spend 30 quid to ship it, that's a massive hike, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why I stopped looking at those Kickstarters, because
Yeah.
I am never going to shell out that much money for a Kickstarter that could just never appear at my doorstep. My money is much too valuable for just making it go poof.
Yeah.
So I'm not going above a certain threshold on things I would like to have. So
I think I'll be honest. To be fair, I am deliberately trying to avoid Kickstarter because I lack the restraint to limit myself to just the essentials or just to try something as well. I initially was a big fan of Kickstarter, but I'm less a fan of it now because I don't have that restraint not to just buy everything. Even though I know deep down I shouldn't be buying all this extra shit because I'll probably never use it.
the core concept of Kickstarter crowdfunding, to use a more generic word, the crowdfunding concept still is good because it does enable small companies to get their product to the market.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. But with people like the website that's just there for deciding if your paint shop on miniatures is good or not.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
What, you mean Cool Mini or not?
Yeah, those wankers.
Don't sugarcoat it, Tim. Just call them out on it.
They don't need that kind of money. The same thing with Hasbro with their inbred quote kind of crowdfunding stuff. Already forgotten how it's called. Small companies who have a new idea and say, yeah, we can't afford 10,000 euros, pounds, dollars for a tooling to make this sprue, but we would like to. Is there enough interest in the community to have these, what is it, Chaos Dwarf with pointy hats?
I mean, to be fair, we did get some pushback. We made a stream well over a year ago.
A while back, yeah.
One of the first ones we did in Scotland was a question about, we asked the question, are the right companies on Kickstarter, and are basically people taking the piss out of it as a pre-order system?
Because again, Warpath's going to Kickstarter.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, people like Jerry have pushed back and said Mantic aren't as cash flush as people think they are, and I think Jerry would defend what Mantic using Kickstarter. I'm still not convinced. I still think that the problem with a company that has a plenty of resources behind it is that it distorts what people get on Kickstarter, and then like Tim just said, when you're just maybe a couple of guys with a great idea working out of a bloody office in some.
Well, again, we've commented.
How can you?
We've commented on it before with what's his face from Yorkshire. Can't remember the game title. You know the one I'm on about. Southopian, yeah. Because they had one cancelled because nobody was going for the fucker.
Nobody was interested in their campaign because they only had two things to offer. Two different factions, one starter box each. There you go. It's a nice, simple offer because we're starting from scratch. And they got absolutely zero traction because nobody was interested because it didn't have 1,000 bells and whistles.
Yeah, but at this point, you're mixing two things.
Okay.
One thing is, does the company really need to go to Kickstarter?
Okay.
I think if a company like Mantic start a complete new range with new tooling and everything, a system like crowdfunding is good to have a gauge of is there interest at all.
Yeah, but the
and
problem...
there will be the proof in the pudding will be how do they make their campaign? Will there be a gazillion of stretch goals which will kill them? Or will they
True.
we do this game, and we offering you early bird, first production run.
I mean, again, Origins had what, 14 stretch goals? Dungeon Saga Origins from Mantic. It wasn't a massive amount, but again, it's like League of Infamy. We've said it before. The League of Infamy Kickstarter pledge versus the fucking retail version. It's like, well, why would you ever buy it in retail now? It's been to Kickstarter because you just get fuck all in comparison. And Dungeon Saga Origins is the same. Like not all of the campaigns that are in Dungeon Saga Origins are coming to retail. Yeah. Some of them are staying as Kickstarter exclusives. It's like, well, that's lovely, guys, but you've already paid the money for the print and the tooling on these, and you fucking crowdfunded it. Why won't you eventually give it back to the community through retail?
Because then the Kickstarter wouldn't have as much traction.
Yeah, but this is the point though, because again, when people see Kickstarters from Mantic or from Corvus Belly or whatever, they know that they're going to be.
Don't throw Corvus Belly in here. That's a completely different beast. They have asked how many times for additional shipping fees?
No, but this is my point, right? You throw the big names out there, and the mum and pop in the corner that have a really good idea and need crowdfunding get completely overlooked.
That is one of my questions, Tim. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and definitely, even a moderately, what I would call a moderately sized company that's maybe got 10 or 15 employees and maybe turns over $1 million. I mean, it definitely won't make $1 million profit, but turns over $1 million. There are still big capital expenses like mold production and that you can say, okay, yeah, there's an argument here, but it comes back to this point that when these companies have these resources, even if it's just staff to manage a campaign and generate product, are they distorting the Kickstarter platform so that the small guys are fucked?
Yeah, of course they're distorting to a degree. If anything, but then to the degree that they already have an audience, they can tell, hey, we're doing a Kickstarter, join us.
Yeah.
The sheer, I don't know what you call it, presence in the hobby industry. If there's one guy sitting in his garage doing very intricate sculpts and doing, hey guys, I want to sell these, I need money to make molds.
Yeah.
Of course, he won't be able to compete with those.
No, but Jerry's flagged that several times, hasn't he? These sort of like boutique modelers, and they literally want to produce a limited range of 12 figures, and people like, and what about the extras? What am I getting for free?
Yeah, see,
it's just just fucking.
It's like the Kickstarters
give
that
it a break.
The Bequest miniatures that I backed, the old school Space Marines, or walk models with their Scully Bobs and Kids on Wheels, which are very bespoke. Yeah, you got your miniatures. That's it.
Oh, Orinoco, good shout here. There was an interview with Ronnie about funding 4 months ago on crowdfunding. And then he says down below that the channel was YG crowdfunding. I might seek that out, Orinoco. Pardon me, Orinoco, because that sounds like a good watch. I mean...
That's why I always... people are referring to Kickstarter always as Kickstarter.
Yeah,
as
I know
Kickstarter.
what you... Yeah.
There's more sites than just Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And I think that's our main problem. We are focusing on that.
No, but then you get to the one that I looked at earlier in the year, Ludus Magnus Studios, with Divider Impera, and they brought it to GameFound because they've got such a bad rep with Kickstarter, and they still haven't delivered all of their other crowdfunding projects that were on Kickstarter.
That's the other side of the spectrum, where you have companies that are taking advantage of people giving them money and not getting anything back.
I mean, to be fair, Mythic has already been mentioned in the chat, and Mythic are at the centre of a massive scandal at the moment, aren't they, Tim? For essentially almost running their Kickstarter program and their company as a Ponzi scheme, where they're trying to fund previous Kickstarters off current
That's the problem.
Kickstarters.
Asking now for even more postage
Yeah.
to get things sent out that has been paid for 2 years back. It's
Is it Darkest Dungeon that they're screwing people for now? I think that's where they're
yeah,
at.
I think it is. And the thing is, there's different ways to do it, and there's one German Kickstarter who showed very easily how it's done.
Yeah.
He did a book called, and hold on. Oh, this is going to go horrible and terrible. Building Tabletop Terrain
Yep.
Tables by Michael Martin from Tabletop Workshop. It's a YouTube channel. And he just finished this project when around the event happening.
Yeah.
So he had calculated with a certain cost of shipping, certain cost of paper, etc. And everything went just
mental, yeah.
And then he said, okay, here's the thing. I could just ask you to pay more for shipping to offset the cost, or, and this is what I'm going to do, a second Kickstarter for a PDF of extra information that didn't make it to the book, but was already written and accompanied. And if you back this Kickstarter, all that money goes into shipping the physical book. And since you're only getting a PDF, there's little cost to me.
To be fair, that is a very good
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only problem with
high margin.
The only problem with that is it works for certain things, but as we've already discussed, unless you're in the market for those things, like your book is a particular example here, Tim, of that, when it comes to the miniatures or a board game, it's like, well, here's a load of PDF supplements. Well, yes, that works, but if it's just for some miniatures or that kind of thing, they're sort of between the deep blue sea and a rock.
Yeah,
they've not really got a lot of choice.
But there are a lot of companies that could explore that option. I mean, you've set a board game,
don't get me wrong, people can explore it.
Here's 10 extra scenarios for this board game, or 5 different play modes, supplementary PDF, $10. It's costing us virtually fucking nothing to make, so it's a massive margin, and we're just going to plough that back into the Kickstarter that was struggling.
And also, any company that says, yeah, we need, let's say, $10 more for this Kickstarter to break even, could just hand out a $10 voucher to anybody who's willing to buy it, and still not investing those $10 because they're just eating the cost of the actual production. Because if somebody takes this voucher and buys a mini for $10, but that actually costs just, let's say, $2 to produce. Yeah,
no, you're right. There are other ways around it, I guess. Do you think these sort of scandals like Come On rather had a huge problem with the shipping on the fucking Marvel Zombies? That was a big fuss, and then Mythic Games are getting fucking crucified. Do you think this is going to change things? Is it going to poison it and maybe turn a lot of people away from it?
No, it's just going to keep on, because people's memories of this is like from here to there about an inch.
Yeah, okay.
They will forget, and people will buy into the next big scheme. Apologies. People are stupid. Fuck. Go outside. Look at people walking across streets on red lights.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Jack or James Cutler said, yeah, we need to get you ranting about Patreon and their fucking top 8% instead of a fixed fee.
Yeah, but Patreon does a lot more than just collect money to shell it out to creators. And I don't feel as versed in the field as miniatures, because there's just more to it. I'm a member myself.
David, stop rattling. Fucking hell, man. He hasn't even got his headphones on. He can't hear us. Yeah, while you had your headphones off,
Hey,
you were like, stop fucking making all that noise. Jesus Christ.
No,
You're creating a
I
hassle.
love a hassle.
Oh, good on you, chat. Call him out. Fucking hell. And I've just noticed Ewok's comment. I think Jerry has a small Filipino boy that runs around and fetches him stuff. They live behind that shower.
I'm doing the other. I'm doing the other draw now.
Oh, stop! Jesus, mute yourself or something. Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, basically, we missed all of Tim's explanation of what Patreon do and just take money. They do offer it. I mean, again, Patreon's growing, isn't it? That's the thing. They're doing all sorts. They offer, what's the word? They offer paywall.
I thought that was something just happened with my Black Templar opening, but it turns out Tim was opening a beer.
That was weird that was going. Oh my God! Somebody clip that. David opening a fucking Citadel paint pot with a.
If your Citadel paint pot does this noise when opening it, run! Run!
Oh dear. If it does this when you're opening it, you've probably got one that's worth something. Keep it and throw all the other ones away because they're horse shit. So what were we saying?
Spam, I thought you wanted to conserve your data, or you just said fuck it.
She's obviously doesn't care, mate. She's just all in at this point.
No.
Yeah.
Paul, it's young love. She needs to see him. Give him that.
I'll have to get.
I don't know why, but she needs to see him.
This is the awkward moment, Tim, where I come out and say Spam is 11 years older than me.
So what?
No, I'm just saying Spam is 11 years older than me, and I'm not that young.
So what?
Oh, she bought more.
What he hasn't told
Anyway, back to the pegboard for the back wall. Ewok, my pegboard is on the floor. I will admit, I've made a mess.
Ewok meant to say the pegging wall.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God! Yes.
I'm a terrible influence on you two.
You are. Don't do it again. Well, actually, yeah. Go on, do it.
That consider him very sternly told off.
So
we'll write him a strongly worded letter in the most British way possible.
So having said,
dear sir and madam,
having said that you're planning to explore small scale gaming, and then said, well, you want to, but there's no way you're going to be able to because nowhere near you will sell it. What else do you have planned for next year, Tim, in terms of hobby, mate? Are you a big one for hobby, resolutions and putting yourself on the spot to do shit? Or are you not, do you not do that to yourself?
Can I depict this via the means of dance and motion?
You know,
go on, man.
You know where it's going before he even starts. Okay,
no, I'm not. I've tried in years past doing resolutions and planning ahead, and no fucking way. I know my plans always go sideways.
Okay.
At least, if not out the window.
No, I think that's a fair comment, and it can be undue pressure. If you know that you're not going to do stuff, don't put yourself on the spot to fucking do what you can't.
Are we doing resolutions this year?
We almost certainly will. Even if just for the
content. Let me phrase it this way. My New Year's resolution will be 1080p, as has been for the last 10 years.
Oh my God. Dad jokes. They just never stop coming.
Thank you. I'm here all year.
He's here all year.
See you again next Tuesday.
So, what about your YouTube and that? Any plans to do anything different, expand it, extend it, or are you just comfortable doing what you're doing?
I'm doing what I'm doing to have fun.
Yeah.
And
no, that's
if
fair.
Anything happens, it happens. If not, well, bollocks.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I must confess, that is one area I think I'm not putting myself under any great pressure. It's
Under
like
pressure.
I'm
Pushing
like
down
you,
on
Tim.
me.
I want to enjoy this, and if I
This
turn
is
this
part of a
into work, or put myself under pressure to have objectives and goals, and I just won't enjoy it anymore, and then I'll actually do less of it, not more.
Yeah, this is part of hobby. This is part of decompression. This is venting. This is lit. The thing is, my Tuesday stream started as a mental outlet because the world went batshit crazy.
Yeah, ours was basically the same, mate.
Yeah, ours was based off sitting together and chatting so much shit, and people going, you know what, boys, you should just chat shit on the internet.
Yeah, you can let everybody else see what a pair of plonkers you are.
And I think in your case, it was especially bad because you were worlds apart.
Yeah.
One being in England, one being in Scotland.
Well, I mean, fucking hell, you and Jerry are hardly fucking neighbours, are you?
Yeah, that's true. But he's tall enough to reach.
Yeah,
So I'm getting my slap on the head every now and then, so
yeah.
don't you worry.
That would be fucking great. Jerry's arm enters.
Oh, it
To be
just dropped
fair,
a mini
I'm
and he
scared
bounced.
every time he's saying he's going to on tour hunting for Pearl Jam across Europe.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
At some point, the door will ring and he will be just standing there saying, "Hello there."
Cut. Now then, you cunt. Oh dear. Darren says impossible for him to plan as I never know what he'll be grabbing me over the coming year. That's fair, mate. If you again, nothing wrong with that. Being impulsive. I mean, again, this is the big problem actually with making resolutions, because you make resolutions like at the start of the year and shit happens, and then you're thinking like, oh, can I fit this in, or do I stick to my original plan? And again, sometimes it is a lot of stress.
Can I let you in on a little secret?
Or Ewok, man, don't. Ewok says, I plan to buy no more miniatures in 24. Mate, by all means, set yourself a low bar, but 0 is too low. You will not do that. There's no way.
I'll let you in on a little secret there, because Darren is asking when Warren is coming to the UHH. When I started doing the unofficial hobby hangout, it was actually Warren calling me saying, "Hey mate, mind if Jerry and I join you?" And he never did.
Yeah. To be fair though, you may have dodged a bullet, because as James says there, when it's a tightly scripted 6 hours.
Yeah, but
welcome to the Warren Show.
what's the main difference between OTT and the UHH? My fingers on the buzzer.
Yeah.
And I'm a terrible person. I'll just mute everybody who just plonk.
See, look,
Sorry, Warren, can't hear you.
Control just goes to some people's heads. That's all I'm saying.
It's a very German thing, isn't it?
Yeah, power, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Anschluss.
Oh my fucking god, he's on the Hitler juice, everybody. Fucking hell.
No. Oh, see. Thanks for reminding me. There's a bottle waiting in my fridge. Should I get it?
Mate, if you want to get it and then not have somebody go on about it every 30 seconds and actually enjoy it, feel free, because I know Jerry gives you absolute fucking heat whenever you drink.
And I don't know why. It doesn't do anything, I think.
Poland seems fine.
Kebab. You're still very much crossed about the Terrain Fest thing, which I kind of understand.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest.
I just realised something, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Is your horn only reserved for the very last stream of every year? Because you were drinking out the fucker last year as well.
Do you know what? That was not by design, but that now will be a thing. I will only get horny when the year is nearly done.
I'm hoping you've cleaned your horn accordingly.
It's not been used all year.
I just spat in it and give it a bit of a ring. It's fine.
I'm heading over to Juice Land in a few months. Well, you're very much welcome, Shackles. Oh, speaking of Germany in a few months, anybody who's listening here who hasn't listened to me ramble about things anywhere, in February there's in Hamburg the Tactica you might want to join if you're on the continent.
Is that a war game? That's a war game show.
Oh, that's Germany's biggest
I'm sure you
tabletop
mentioned that before.
convention. I've been there twice, and it's a big meeting of all people
And
doing
it's on
tabletop.
It's on February
It's grand.
24th in Hamburg. Are you going this year?
It's the last weekend, I think, if I remember correctly, and this
Yes, it
year's,
will be. It will be the
theme is
24th, 25th then.
Small orders.
I'm on holiday from work, everybody.
And
Yes,
I'm actually, I am going this year, next year, 2024, potentially on the Saturday this year, because my friend who used to work on a Saturday doesn't work on a Saturday anymore, and we could just go on a Saturday.
Do it, mate. That'd be great. And you give us a little vlog diary of the event. That'd be awesome.
That's the plan. And you know what are the other plans I have making now? Whiskey.
Oh, the Motorhead. Oh God! If only copyright wasn't a thing, and I could just go with the Motorhead song now. Bam, 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 bam,
Oh.
bam.
I did play the William Shatner Christmas Carol CD last Tuesday while
Is that one
we
of
were
the red?
streaming.
Is that the red? Is that
And
why a lot of it's
Twitch-
redded out on Twitch? It's all been blocked.
Ewoks just made a very good. Ewoks just made a very good point as to why he's gone for 0, because he's got nearly 1,000 to get on with.
Yeah, but you won't buy 0, mate. You've already demonstrated you have a problem. Hello, I'm Ewok, I have a problem. And then it's like, I mean, you know, you're not going to go dry. You're not going to go dry from that. You can't have a standing start, mate. It's not going to happen.
Ewok, if you are going for 0, aim for 0. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, no, seriously though, we hope you do it, but don't think you will.
June he'll be done.
Yeah, yeah.
David, why aren't you drinking?
I've drunk.
No, he's. Oh God! Well, where's the refill?
You're not fun anymore.
Just drink your paint water. It's probably brown.
It's not actually. It's a lighter shade of beige.
Oh, well,
Speaking of
it's
paint water.
gin. Oh, look, Tim. He's got gin and lemon. Drink it.
Speaking of paint water, a few weeks back I got a private message from someone asking me how he should advise his girlfriend to get into miniature painting. She really wanted to paint the board game miniatures. And I sent them some links and they started painting and she's happy. And then I said, and then I got a question, why are they always making these jokes about do not drink your painting water? I said, yeah, because people have paint water in their old coffee cups and next to their new coffee cups. And that at some point they might confuse those two. 2 days ago, I got another private message. Quote, she considers herself now a professional. She drank her painting water.
He did say.
Oh, I
That's all
just
I'm
love
gonna
those
say. He did
kinds
say.
of feedback.
Awesome. Good job. Yeah, you've definitely passed a Rubicon there. Oh, that's a good shout, Darren. That takes some balls, though. Darren says he could go for net 0, go 0 by
Oh,
technicality,
now we're getting technical.
and sell some stuff off. Now, that you know, that's a very shrewd approach there from Darren.
Or he could buy painted miniatures.
Shakos and spoons, don't drink the enamel thinner. Yeah, fucking yeah. What's that you're drinking? I don't know. ISO mineral spirits. Can't really tell.
It says
Tom.
99% on the tin. It's very
I
good.
can't see
Quick
anymore to
shave.
tell you what it is.
You need to read the flask for me.
Ewok said about Shaka says he's got 1,000 Napoleonic Prussians. Ewoks come in. You're going to need a lot of Russian uniform and Iraqi sands to pay that lot.
Fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Don't drink your oil wash. 2 words.
Oh, Ewok selling bolt.
I'll tell you.
Go on.
No, it's gone now.
Not only
Are
has
we talking about
not only
news
has he
today?
lost everything else, he's now lost his train of thought. Well done, David.
I know, I remember.
Oh,
This
God.
should be the year that Spam and Egg starts painting as well.
No pressure.
Well, if I look at the last year to see when the significant other of somebody started painting is anything to go by, then you're in for a world of hurt, because she will paint her first miniature and you will think to yourself, fuck, I'm never going to touch a brush again.
I don't know. He's pretty hard mode, Tim. David.
Yeah, but the amount of times I've seen people showing off their significant other's first work going, yeah, I'm not going to paint anything anymore. She's way better than myself.
Yeah, those people should just be taking all of the credit for being a great teacher.
This is what I was about to say.
They're just looking at it wrong.
The pad one has followed in the teacher's footsteps.
Yeah, but since David on stream said she's 11 years older than him, which is a thing you never say to anybody how old your lady is, you twat.
It's fine. It's fine. She got ID'd for products the other week when I didn't get ID'd for products in the UK. So apparently she looks younger than me.
Yeah, well, yeah. You will go into pawn shops though, won't you?
Whoosh!
Have you seen Spam's comment?
What, the no pressure at all, or I'm going to eat the paper, why not? You know what? Heavy metal. I mean, it's great. I'd listen to it. I wouldn't like drinking it, but, you know, go for it.
In some parallel universe, some dark god is now just laughing.
So yeah, we will almost certainly be doing resolutions. As I say, we'll probably line that up as one of our early streams in the year. Because as I say, if nothing else,
not be held at all accountable to them again.
But I tell you one resolution. I'm going to spoil it here. One of my resolutions is to attend at least one more event this year, because that's something I want to do more of.
Yeah, but we're attending an event in February, sir. It's just not necessary.
No, I meant a gaming event. We probably won't do Salute because of the London factor, because London can fuck off.
Partisan
is definitely a possibility, because it's not far from us, and the venue's really good. And I think it runs twice a year, which makes it even easier.
Yes, it does.
So it probably will be a partisan.
Iraqi sand tastes like chicken.
That's got to be Ewok. I know that without even... Oh my god, how do we know? Hammerhead. Was that the one you went to down south, Paul? Reading Way? Remind us? Yeah. Partisan Hammer's Head, then the other partisan. Are those ones you do, Jack? Partisan. Yeah, okay. That'll be. Do you know what, mate? We'll try and hook up with you and find out. You know, say hi when we come. What
about UK Games Expo? That's a sure hit for OTT Crew.
Yeah, well,
we're booked.
To be fair though, Tim,
booked.
my point was I wanted to do another. So it's like, obviously we're going to do UKG every year. We'll probably do Diceni every year. We'll probably do Hereward every year. because they're as local as they can get. And it just makes again, it's one of them things that I want to resolve to do, to go to more events, because they really are a bit of the our hobby community that I absolutely love. I love going to events. I love meeting the people, seeing the weird little demo games, seeing people's creativity put on display, and the interaction. It's just a part of it that really appeals to me.
Yeah, I think the last event I went to was 2019.
I've painted assless chaps lady finally. She's got her assless chaps on.
Hey! Have you painted her ass crack?
No, because that's hiding under the cheeks.
Oh, bugger.
So I'm just looking at the current table of admittance for Hamburg Tactica. The main theme will be urban war.
Okay.
So far, confirmed have been a Middenheim table for War Master.
For War Master.
And
Interesting.
What's it called? Pirates of the Caribbean, Isla de la Mureta. Played by Silver Bayonet rules.
Ooh. Interesting.
So if I actually don't fuck this one up, I'll be there and taking some pictures. I know for a fact that there will be some companies like, what the fuck are they called again? The lads who do the Discworld miniatures. My brain's just
Discworld
leaving me.
miniatures. I've heard Jerry talk about them. James will probably say in chat, who does the Discworld miniatures?
It's a
Micro Art? Yeah.
Micro Art Studios, correct, and some other from across the pond. In recent years, Perry Brothers have been there sculpting live, and Gerard Bohm from Shifting Lands, the man who does all the cutting of the XPS foam.
Cool.
Also
More
there.
daft questions about his Hamburg event. Is it multi-day or is it a one-day event, Tim?
It's Saturday
So
or
it's a
Sunday.
2-day event. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
And on at least one day, there's a flea market in the basement where people bring stuff.
Like UKG's bring and buy idea, yeah.
Yeah, there's miniatures exclusive to the event you can buy at admittance. And other than that, it's just a very nice, cozy, cuddly, and very lengthy thing. There's painting classes, there's what you call it.
I'll tell you another resolution for us for UKG this year, Paul.
Do it.
We're going to get down in that gaming hall every night.
Yeah. That sounds like a good shout. It'll probably, because like you say, we tended to be a bit antisocial and sort of like stick to our own company. But yeah, it'd be good to go down there and be see a bit more of what's going on with other people. Maybe dropping on some games.
Yeah. I might actually make a New Year's resolution, which I kind of already made, kind of. The money that comes in via Twitch will be spent on miniature makers chosen by the community. So if Twitch pays out next time, I'm going to ask on my YouTube channel on where should we go and look for miniatures.
Okay. And let your community decide what you buy with it and what you spend it on.
Yeah, preferably being one-person operations like Oakbone Studios or Heresy Miniatures or those kinds.
You could just start yourself a little piggy bank for the Legion Fire Sale.
Well, it has been a very nice evening, and Paul, you can fuck off. You wanker.
Oh dear. Hey, to be fair,
You
to
really
be
waited for
fair,
that one, did you?
we did some of our January sales stuff at work the other day, and I nearly brought one of them cheap, tacky, fluorescent pink stars that says like 50% off, and slapped it on my starter box of Legion and had it with me to do you an offer on live on stream. So I think I've been quite restrained. Oh dear. Well, that kept up. Do you know what, Tim? You're an absolute legend, and it's been an absolute pleasure having you here tonight. We hope everybody has enjoyed it. It's come to 10 o'clock, so I think we need to
It's
wrap
been
it
a
up
barrel
now.
of laughs.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we were drinking, you were painting.
Yeah, and
that's
you can
all.
tell.
No,
you can tell.
You two were drinking.
Yeah.
I was painting.
Oh, teacher's pet in the corner. Oh, he's got to keep working.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
There's Tim and me
You're
doing
going to be
next week.
fucking
Tim,
kneecapped tomorrow.
I'll
I'm
bring you on
telling
next
you.
week, Tim. We can sit there and do 100 lines. We will not mess about on the live stream. We will do our.
Fuck all, I will.
This
is the one thing in life I can do what I want, and people choose to see what they want to see. They don't need to be here. They chose to be here.
Yeah, they did. And
but I enjoy to be
talking
here.
of choosing to be here, thank you so much for everybody who's in the chat tonight. We hope you had a fantastic Christmas, and we hope in a few days that you have an absolutely excellent New Year. Don't get too drunk.
YouTube wankers who turn in late, hit the like, subscribe button. I know I'm shouting into the void, but nevertheless, I'm shouting. Hit the like, hit the subscribe.
Just fucking do it, all right? Right,
do it!
So
now! Get to the chopper!
Damn it!
Get to the chopper!
Get to the chopper! Right, I think that's all that needs to be said, really. Just fucking have a good New Year. And we'll see you all in a week. And don't forget to watch Tim on a Tuesday, because Jerry gives him tons of shit and he could do with some moral support.
No, he doesn't.
See you later, guys.
Jerry is the most loving and caring and caressing person ever.
Caressing, yeah. Correct. You heard it here first, guys. Charges pressed in Northern Ireland.
Only things coming first. Soon. I don't know. Bye!
Good night!
Wankers.